Sunday evenings are kind of my, I guess if you want to call it, office time. The family is out watching Sunday night football. I usually watch if it's the Vikings. It's not the Vikings. They play tomorrow night. But this is the time where I do get the kids' schoolwork ready, go over my calendar for the week, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. If I need to meal plan, I will do that during this time. Yeah, so this is kind of me time right now, just getting stuff taken care of. I just finished up the kids at school. So they're taken care of for the week. Now it's on to the ordering of diapers and getting my calendar ready. Make sure that I'm good to go. Isn't it you and I that get like rashes on our arms when we do this?
I think so.
I thought it was either you and me or it was me and
Okay,
Nikki.
I'm videotaping now.
All right.
I'm just telling you.
Pumpkin!
The pumpkins are make jack-o'-lantern.
We're not allergic to pumpkin or anything, but it's just whatever's in it there, it just kind of gives us a, I don't know.
Nope, still did not. Open this up.
Having fun, Daddy-O? Haha. I know. I want to go back and get more. We found these big pumpkins for $5 a piece.
There's 2 more.
Those are my pie pumpkins. So I'm not ready to can those yet. So they're 2 totally different kinds of pumpkins. So, honey, it might not work as well as you're hoping to write on it. Maybe just draw a face or something. Ow, Mommy got stuck.
I don't know how the Browns did theirs so good.
I don't know.
We have really big pumpkins,
Yeah.
and it's a little easier on real massive pumpkins like that.
I'm trying to get that.
You're doing just fine, honey. I'll get the inside out for you. Do you want me to do that?
Can
Okay.
you do it right now?
Yep, just a second.
Next year, can we grow our own jack-o'-lantern pumpkins?
I thought about that, but I gotta. Oh, somebody woke up.
No, he's been awake for a little bit now.
Oh, I gotta find a place to grow them that Daddy will let me. Oh my!
He wants to do some pumpkins. Oh, you got
Down in the swamp area. Yeah, that might work. I already did the inside of your nose. Did you figure out what you're doing, Timothy? What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna write eyeballs in the face.
I what?
Eyeballs in the face.
Okay, perfect.
I think I did a little bit too big.
Who cares? So your eyeball's big. Big deal. That is just fine. Yes, I am ignoring the crying baby in the background. He's very crabby. And don't forget, it's okay to leave some of the pumpkin seeds in the guts that we give to the chickens because it's a natural dewormer. So that's good for them. Daddy is going to attempt a Pokeball. Dun, dun, dun. A pin? Oh, I got some sewing ones. Hold on. Okay, so the first one, we'll start on this way and go that way. So that's Daddy and Charlotte's. Who's this one?
That one is mine.
That's Sammy's. That's Timothy's. That's Evie's. And that one's Mommy's and Elijah's. Yours is next to Elijah's, Evie.
Evie, come down here.
Okay, mine looks like a cat now.
It kind of does, yeah.
What do This is.
Yeah, I need that pan. Not right this second.
Okay.
I think we're pretty good.
Alright, that's all good.
Fruit, 9. All right. So last week I did a whole video on our chicken coop. Do you you see all the ducks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a whole video on our chicken coop and the ducks and how we, basically it was winter prep for the chicken coop. Well, thanks baby, just set it right there for now. Thank you. Thank you dear, I'll get it put together. My video editor put on me and lost all the video. So I'm just gonna do a quick rundown. So in the wintertime we use the deep litter method. So what I did last week is I gutted everything, cleaned it all out, got it all the way down to the floorboards. Then I put new hay down, hay, straw, shavings if you want. We put all that down. I cleaned out all the nesting boxes. For our nesting boxes, we use a combination of shredded paper and hay or straw. My girls don't like shavings in their nesting boxes, like wood shavings. And we've never used those like pads, the nesting box pads, because they're just expensive and we don't need to spend that kind of money. So anyway, point is, so our first layer of bedding is already down. Now, what we do for the deep litter method is instead of scraping all of it out again, what we do is we basically just add another layer over the top. What that does is it basically composts the stuff that's underneath, and if you know anything about compost, it creates a heat. So that heat is going to rise up and help keep the chicken coop warm. So, yeah, so we've done that part of it. Let me get the nesting boxes full again, and we'll go from there. Yes, baby. What? I have no idea what you're saying, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Mommy, duck.
Yeah. Oh, ducks. Yes, ducks. If you're getting dirty eggs, one of the first things you need to check is your nesting boxes. Because chickens do poop in there. That's the way it goes. Don't catch the ducks, please. All right, so in the winter, do you mind? I'm trying to do a video. Thank you. In the winter, leave that there, please. Please don't take it. Because we don't have electricity in this coop, I water twice a day. Just take a gallon bucket of some sort. This just happens to be, yes. Oh, baby, give me that. Thank you. So nice of you. Yes. Anyway. Oh, honey. Yep, let me wipe it on mommy. I'm in my outside clothes. Thank you. Okay, you go that way. That must be ducky poop, okay? So stay away. Sorry about that. Anyway, in the winter, we water twice a day. Basically, you take a 1 gallon bucket. You do it based on the size of your flock. We also have ducks, so I have to have something that's shorter. Yes, chicken. Stay right there, please. You fill it with warm water. Bring it out in the morning. Let them drink. Leave it. It's going to freeze. In the afternoon, say around 3 o'clock, you bring out another bucket of warm water. Swap it out with the frozen one. Let them drink that. Do it again in the morning. We've been doing that for years, so we don't have to have a heated water bucket in our coop. Another thing we do is, this is just a large Rubbermaid pan, and we use this to put our water in. We do that because of the ducks. Just a second. Okay, just wait, baby. Okay, so we do that because of the ducks, because they like to splash around. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to have to just wait, is you put in here. The ducks are gonna splash it. It's for the most part gonna stay contained. If they knock over the water bucket, whatever, it'll stay contained. That way you don't get too much water on your floor and end up with a rotting floor. So, all right, we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's still some girls out there somewhere. All right, we're gonna get out. Stand up, I'll help you out.
I'm going to buy you.
Thanks. Well, winter is coming. It's time to get the garden officially put to bed. So the first thing we're gonna do is pull out the tomato trellises and the stakes, and next we're going to pull weeds. So let's get to it. I don't want to get rid of these. No. Okay. I just want to make sure we weren't in disagreement on that.
They're full of sticks.
They're twist tied up. Why are we pulling them out? They're twist tied up.
Well, it's only on the one because it'll be easy to pull.
Oh. Can you start pulling weeds? Hey, there's a carrot right over there. See it? Yeah, pull it up. That was a bunk carrot. Oh, I'm just putting them on the side right now.
Oh, was it? I thought it was.
Did you get rid of the pickle prickle? Oh, Dad, it's still there. The root's still there.
No, don't grind them
There's a
in.
spider.
Oh, I thought you were grinding in the root or the weed. I'm like, don't do that. What?
Look at Agnes.
I kill spider.
She's fine. She's not hurting anything.
Where is she?
Behind you over here.
Another trailer full of dirt.
What did you say?
You're gonna need another trailer full of dirt.
Not a whole. I don't know if we'll need a whole one, but we'll need
Well,
some.
just use whatever's left over for the holes in the yard.
Oh yeah, we can do that too.
Mom, it's a pickle prickle.
A pickle prickle.
Get rid of the
Oh.
pickle prickle. I can't wait.
Oh, you're doing great, Timothy. Thank you. What happened to the doll's hair?
It's a scarecrow.
Oh, there you go. It's a scarecrow, Brett.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's what you said. Oh, I thought she was like coming up with something really cool and smart. I was like, yeah. That's not what. So we had potatoes in this one and potatoes in this one. There were peppers here, onions. We had sugar snap peas, green beans, carrots that didn't show up, tomatoes, and then this back one here was tomatoes as well. So this box that Brett is working in, it was the potatoes, and found a couple of potatoes, a couple of scragglers. So right now what we are doing is we're just leveling out the dirt, getting any weeds that we might have missed, and then we're gonna start to put a little minerals into the soil to help amend it. I'll show you that in just a second. My muscle man. Thank you for helping me, Brett. I don't even.
Only because I lost the nuts for the tractor, I can't fix that. So I figured I gotta do something.
This year, my plan is on this side. These two whole are going to be tomatoes. Both middle are tomatoes, and these two are tomatoes. Along the back, we're going to do some green beans. Maybe in this back little corner here, we might do some cucumbers. I need to also find a place for onions. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of kale, and the kale is nothing that my family's gonna eat, but the goats will love it.
Does Daddy like kale?
No. But the goats will love it, and I'm gonna dehydrate some and put it in with their feed. And then this,
Have I ever tried kale?
I don't know if you have or not, to be honest. And then this fall, we had, at the very start, we had tilled this up. We have to till it again one more time. And then we're going to outline it to help make an edge, because edge control is weed control. If you know, you know. And then this is going to be potatoes and, oh, that's where I was going to plant the onions this year. Yeah, and onions are going to go in here. So we'll, we might have room for one other thing. I don't know quite yet, but that's what the plan is. Okay, our garden, we had a lot of end rot with the tomatoes. And end rot usually is a sign of low calcium. So, because if we had our milking cow still, I would just take some of her milk, maybe water it down a little bit and put it over. But because we don't have her milk right now, what we're going to do is we're going to use just some powdered milk. And we are going to just kind of sprinkle it around. And then when the snow comes and the snow melts, it's going to help it seep into the soil. So that's what we're doing here.
Can I help?
Please? Put a lot more in just the straight black dirt.
What?
Put a lot in that one, because that's just that crappy black.
But that one I didn't have. No, honey, not yet. That one I didn't have very much end rot in. I had it more in the soil we got from John.
Well, that was potato.
Yes, I know that. Yeah, grab some and just kind of sprinkle it around. Okay? Okay, hold on. I got a few beds to do, so don't take all of it.
Very good.
Keep going. Okay, scoot down more. I gotta get in here. Ah! It's all over my hands because you did that. Now you gotta be careful. Alright, I'm sorry.
Elijah, leave the pumpkins.
Daddy.
Pull harder.
You got it. You can do it.
Who said that?
Daddy?
No, but I thought that.
Oh, it's off of a movie.
From what?
I think it's 50 First Dates.
Oh.
It's Rob Schneider who says it.
Schneider, I don't remember the movie.
But I think it's 50 First Dates. So, our tiller is very small, but we work with what we have. We do have a pull behind, would it be called a tiller? The back of the thing on the back of the tractor? Or a plow? The pull behind on the back of the tractor, would it be called a plow, a tiller? What would it be?
Well, you've got a plow, you've got a cultivator, you've got...
What did you use first, a cultivator?
Yeah.
Okay, so we used the cultivator first and did it, and then now we're gonna go back over with the little tiller and just kind of try to fine tune it some. So, but like I said, we work with what we got. So one of the reasons that we ended up doing raised beds in this section is because our septic mound is right there. And a standard rule of thumb is that you don't plant an in-ground garden within 10 feet of your septic mound. So we went to the base of it, which goes behind those boxes there, and we just decided, because this was the best place that we had for a garden. Well, of the places that Brett would let me put a garden, let's just say. So we, that's why we did the raised beds here. Now this garden is far enough away, the end of the mound is right in here, so it's way far enough away that we can get away with putting it in ground. And this garden, the reason that we had to wait is because we had used the goats to clear out all this brush that was there. Otherwise it was overshadowing this area and we wouldn't get enough sun. It's still somewhat, it gets enough sunlight during the day that I believe I will be okay to have a garden here, but it's not full sun. So, so this is all virgin ground here, and we were in a drought this year, so we weren't able to, after the animals had cleared, the goats had cleared all that out, we weren't able to start on the garden yet because it was so dry. We couldn't even pound a T-post in to put out our lines where we wanted it. So we had to wait. We've had a few weeks of really good soaking rain. We even tilled it when it was in the drought. It was so hard with the tractor. Anyway, so now we're just kind of doing the extra till that we had wanted to do, but we couldn't because of the drought. Now, like I said, that the rain has come and the ground is more soft. This spring we will do one more really good till right before we plant, and hopefully it will be good to go. So I just asked Brett, I was asking him, how big do you think the new garden is? And just looking for an estimate, he whips out the tape measure from his pocket. Yeah.
Mommy. To begin with anyways, because these bars are all 8 feet long, so that's 16 feet.
Okay, so
that's 21 feet.
Mommy,
so
walk.
16 by 20.
16 by 20, give or take?
Walk.
Okay.
Walk.
All right, that's what I needed, thank you. Well, we tilled along the edge so that we could start setting up the edging a little bit better and get it staked down. I am going to go in with the tiller and work on the inside while Brett does cuts and saws and pounds and does all that kind of stuff. Well, yeah, you did, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Well, I never got to finishing the center of the garden yesterday. I was helping Brett get the edging attached and put in, but as you can see, we got some rain last night, so all of the milk, or 99% of the powdered milk, has soaked in, which will be great. Once I get that dinosaur out, the garden will be officially put to bed. Hopefully I will have time to get this done before, oh, I didn't even realize he was doing that. Sorry, guys. I'll get this part put to bed before, let me stop, okay? It's been a morning. I will be able to get this tilled before the snow flies, but I'm not, at this point, I'm not, I don't have my hopes too high. But either way, it's okay. We got the edging done. I'm pretty happy at this point. We got this much done. Good morning. So I did not get the center of the in-ground garden tilled yesterday like I wanted to. That's all right. It'll come. Hopefully it'll come before the snow flies, but if it doesn't, I'll just have a little extra work next year. This morning I did, if you're not familiar with our Instagram account, I do a Milk With Me Monday. It's a live every Monday morning between 8 and 8:30. This morning I was a little late showing Timothy how to help with the winter chores. We start transitioning into the winter mode towards the end of fall, usually middle of October to end of October. The reason, no, normally in the summertime, I really don't need help doing the chores. It's warmer. I can kind of take my time, but in the winter, you get in, get done, and get back in the house. That's just the way it works. And so our kids are on a rotating chore chart. And so one week, say they're group one and they do laundry all week long. What's up, babe?
Is it okay if I can have a snack?
Did you eat your cereal? Yes. You can have something out of the snack box then. So they'll the whole week they're doing the laundry, with my help, of course. The other child might be on dishes all week long. It just kind of depends on how it goes. Anyway, so they'll do the same with winter chores. So like whoever's vacuuming the living room, they'll be my chore helper. And here it's a little different too because we don't have electricity in the barn.
Can I have 2 of these?
You can have one,
But they're really small.
but they're a snack, not a meal. So one. Thank you. Where was I? Oh, yeah, we don't have electricity in our barn here. So our chores are different. We water. Maybe I should show you this a little bit. Just give me a second. All right. So this first kennel area is the goat kids. The one right next to it, so right there, that is the buck hut and the buck pen. And so what we do is in the morning time, we get, I have special 2-gallon buckets. They've got gamma lids, which are awesome. If you've never had a gamma lid, you want them. They work great for storage, for things like this. It's just, I love them. Anyway, so I get our buckets ready by filling them with lukewarm water. Goats are warmed from the inside out, not necessarily the outside, put a blanket on them and then they get warm. So we fill up some warm water, bring it out to them in, I'd say roughly 3 o'clock in the afternoon before the sun goes down, but enough time where they still have time to drink it before it freezes. We swap out the buckets with a new bucket of warm water. We do this for the ducks, the chickens, and the goats because, like I said, we don't have electricity in the barn, and I don't know the way it's set up right now. I don't know that this would change even if we did have electricity in the barn, just because the way their pens are, they're farther away. As for we call them the larger animals. What I mean by that is the animals in the big barn. We don't have a choice. We have to run an extension cord to that stock tank. That's where Emma drinks out of. And then when we have, we would normally have Nessie and Navy out there, but Nessie did get sold, so she won't be here this winter. So it'll just be Navy, Emma, and we're hoping that Reedy might be able to not slip through the fence, and so she might be able to be out there with them. But anyway, so that has to have an extension cord because it's got a tank heater that goes in there for Emma. Now, technically, I guess I really could do this all without electricity. I'm being realistic. That would break me. That's just one more chore to add to my plate on top of everything that I do, taking care of the kids and whatever. So if we can get away with an extension cord, we're going to get away with an extension cord. But the watering, the way that we've done it, or the way that we're doing it, we've done that with our chickens for years. And we have friends who are more old school homesteaders, and they have like a flock of sheep. I'm talking like probably 30, 40, if not more sheep. They actually do that with their sheep. So they bring out buckets of warm water and put it out. They don't use electricity for a stock tank heater or anything. So I'm really glad I'm not them. But they were the ones that gave us the idea a few years back to do it with our chickens. And now we're just going to transfer it over to the goats. At our old homestead, we had electric in the barn. We had everybody was so close together that we actually had one stock tank went in between two fences, and so they were able to drink out of both sides. So I was still able to keep my bucks separate from the does. Here we don't have that. Logistically, it's not going to work. So the point of that long ramble is I was just telling you that this morning's Milk With Me Monday was a little bit late because I was showing Timothy it's his week to be my helper so we can get into the routine of our winter chores. So winter prep is pretty much done for here. The big door here is normally open, but we closed that. The chicken hut and the duck hut are done. We start the deep litter method. This tank here is going to be emptied in just a few moments. I can't do that one-handed. This is the summer pond for the ducks right now until whatever swampy area down here comes back to life. And then the only other thing we normally would do at our previous homestead, we had to do it. I'm not sure that we're going to have to do it here, but we would insulate this, just put some like a foam insulation or insulation tape around it. But when we moved in March, we were still having freezing temperatures and it did work. So I think this year we're going to try and let it be and see what happens. That could be a very big mistake, but who knows? We'll figure it out. So I'm going to go let the chocolate girls out. Oh, let me show you them. So these are the new girls, the chocolate Muscovies. I like I said, I've never seen them before. I think they're just pretty. These are our regular Muscovies. So I don't know. We'll see what some babies bring. That might be some interesting colors. But anyway, so I'm going to let them out. And like I said, the winter prep is pretty much done. I hope you were able to glean a little bit of winter prep for your own homestead. This will be our first official full winter here, so there's probably going to be some surprises for us, and some might be good, some might be bad, but we're going to roll with the punches. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great week.